live right now from TFC, Doneil Henry. Doneil, welcome again to Red Card, my friend.
Thank you. How are you guys doing today?
I couldn't be better. Doneil, congratulations first and foremost. I've seen you as a youngster play, and I think this season has been your best season so far. You've been lights out. You've been growing and developing at a fast rate. Talk about what's changed for you this season, Doneil, from season past, where right now you are really on fire.
I really appreciate it. I think this season from other seasons has so far been my confidence level and just being a part of the team that I know that I'm going to play on and I can develop and learn through. Sometimes some hard mistakes, but I can definitely see my development when I talk to my captain, some of the players on my team, and my coaches to see my success so far this season.
Now let me ask you this, Doneil, and this is important for the young players out there. When your captain comes to talk to you, maybe when you haven't had a great game, are you taking in that information, or where some players would actually push away that kind of talk from their captain? Are you listening? Are you keeping it all in to learn from those mistakes?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see the criticism the wrong way. Everything that my captain and my coach and players on my team say to me, it's always to make my game better. So I'm always willing to learn. I'm willing to listen and to take their advice, because most of those guys have played at the top level of football. They've made the same mistakes as youngsters, and they're only trying to make me better as a player. So I definitely take what they have to say and just grasp it all.
Well, I got to tell you, Doneil, I know that you're happy right now with TFC and pushing towards a playoff spot and possibly win it all, but I'm in contact on a daily basis in Italy specifically, and I know for a fact there's guys from different clubs in Serie A having a look at you. They really is seen in the last year and a bit you improve to the level where they would love to have you over there. But right now, Doneil, let's talk about the upcoming game against Sporting Kansas City. We just had on from Kansas City Seth Sinovic, one of the best in MLS, and they're expecting a tough physical matchup against you guys. Obviously, the last game on home, it didn't go your way. What do you guys want to change up this time, going to their barn and trying to come away with some points?
You know what? If we go into KC playing like we did last time, I'm pretty sure we'll take all 3 points. I think we're very unlucky on the day. The team played very well. 2 very soft goals. On another day, I don't think they would go in or even have a sniff on net, because I think in that game they had maybe 5 to 7 shots on net. No, 5 shots in total, both 4 or 5 on net, and they get 2 goals out of it. Where I thought that we defended very well. As a unit, as a team, we're going forward. The combinations up front were great. So I think that going into this game this weekend, we're definitely not shying away from anything. We're going to go in there and play our games. We don't care if we're on the road and we're the away team. We're going to get stuck in right away and do what we can to take 3 points from a very good Kansas City team.
Doneil, let's talk about a guy who I think is top 3 in the league right now, for my money, as a leader, as a guy that puts the ball in the back of the net, as a world-class player. He is a fierce competitor. He is a pit bull. That is Michael Bradley. Talk about what this guy has brought, not only on the pitch, but away from the pitch, to help you and some of the youngsters on this team.
Yeah, Michael is a World Cup vet. It's definitely an honor to play beside Michael and just to hear what he has to say and just to watch him play on the field. And it makes my job a lot easier when you have someone of Michael's caliber just making sure he organizes the back line and be the connecting player from the defending unit into the attack. Michael brings a lot of leadership, and the communication has been superb. Michael is the type of guy that will tell you straight up what it is, but it's always positive information. Even if you're not having the best of games, Michael will find a way how to tell you so that your spirits are always lifted. And if sometimes you have to have a goal, it's only to make you a better player. So one of the biggest, I think, acquisitions of this offseason was having Michael being a part of our team, because he's definitely one of the key components of this year's TFC team.
I got to tell you, Doneil, this year for me, one of the smartest acquisitions TFC made in the offseason was bringing Tim Bezbatchenko to the office and management. And what Tim Bezbatchenko has done, Doneil, this season, in bringing players like Luke Moore, acquiring Colin Warner, and Dominic Orduro recently, has been absolutely fantastic for this club. He's brought veterans. He's got guys that know how to win. And this has got to be great for the first time in this franchise and in this city to have a general manager that really understands the league and has brought players in to help out now.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of respect for Tim, both Tims, but Tim from day one, he's always been there in the change room. We have a very great relationship with the players and with the coaching staff, and as a unit, as a team, we have core values that we set, and we really challenge ourselves this season in what we want to make our identity as a team, and what are our goals for this season. And I can say definitely that Tim knows the league and has done really well with his coaching staff, with Nelly obviously in charge. Them working together has been great because everybody is on the same page, and so far so good with all the acquisitions that we've gotten. And Luke Moore, who's been superb. You see Domador, who's absolutely crushed it when he was at Columbus Crew. To bring him here and to have him a part of our team is definitely a big bonus. So you have to credit the guys who are upstairs and making moves for the change room and bettering our TFC team.
You know, Doneil, it's got to be nice now traveling to Kansas City, to Columbus, all over the league, where, let's be honest, in years past, teams were really salivating for Toronto to come in because they knew it was a slam dunk of a result in getting points in the bank. And now the target is different, Doneil, where they want to also prove a point because you guys have brought in Jermaine Defoe, Bradley, Gilberto, Julio Cesar from before. The target is different, where they want to knock you off, that they're afraid now that they don't have enough firepower to go up against you. How great is that now?
Yeah, you know, I've been a part of a few of those teams that the team wasn't there, and we went into every game and it was just a battle that we knew that unlikely to win. So to be a part of a franchise that is going in the right direction, we can go into every game knowing that we have a great chance of winning, and that all we have to do is bring our 100% efforts, and for sure we can take 3 points from anybody in this league.
Talk to me, Doneil, about how great it was to play in that Pacific Northwest, the atmosphere, the fans, the craziness of it all in Portland, Seattle, and in Vancouver. How great is that to prepare you, Doneil, for one day, again, suiting up for Team Canada in a big World Cup qualifying match, so you're ready for those type of crowds?
Yeah, I've played on some big stages now. Definitely, I want to impose myself and hopefully play in a World Cup before I put away the boots. But no, playing against those big derby games, even playing the first game of the season against Seattle, and the atmosphere there, and to get 3 points out of that game, it just shows you how far we've come as a team and as a player. I'm not nervous. I don't get nervous. I'm looking forward to these big games to go against the big strikers of the league and see where I match up, and just knowing that I can be a part of organization that trusts me and I have a starting spot here. It really does feel like home, and I feel wanted. So I just want to continue to grow, not get ahead of myself, humble myself, and make sure that I go into every game with the same attitude. And I'm going to go in there with a dogged attitude and make sure I can just stay focused and just lead the team and contribute how I can.
Doneil, just before we close it out, I don't expect you to say it, but I'll say it. Early on in the year, I remember on our show, I was saying to people after you had a wonderful game, and also Jonathan Osorio and Kyle Becker, and specifically in regards to the wonderful header, I forget which game it was that you scored late in the game, and I said, Canada, are you smiling yet? Are you ready for the next World Cup qualifiers? Because Doneil is ready, and his buddies are ready as well. How important is it, Doneil, the experience that you're getting here in MLS, and also with Canada, getting ready, obviously, for the next World Cup qualifying, that you want to make a difference for this nation to get to the World Cup?
Yeah, firstly, a lot of Canadians, especially young Canadians, they don't get the opportunity to play at the top level. Some of them might be in Europe playing at the youth level still, and that's great. But to be playing professional games in a competitive league day in, day out, in the same atmosphere, playing with World Cup players, playing with players that have done it all and played at the top flight, it's an honor. So I just want to continue to use every day as a stepping stone into my future. Hopefully that I can take this stuff into the national team and I can be a leader. I can be one of those guys that have played a certain amount of games and is definitely ready to make sure Canada can compete come time for World Cup qualifying. I'm definitely very excited for those days to come. Definitely just want to do what I can, make sure my body's ready, and I'm physically and mentally ready for what's coming in the future years.
Well, we're excited, and one guy that wants to, for me to say hello to you before we close it out, he was on our show about an hour ago, live from Finland, and that was David Monsalve, and he talked about Doneil Henry is shining for TFC and for Canada, so he wants to make sure that he says hello to you as well. Doneil, listen, good luck against Sporting Kansas City. More importantly,